Hi! Episode 4, uno, dos, tres, cuatro. Episode 4. Yes, remember we are Espanol around here. Episode cuatro. Thank you, my Latino and my brown brothers and sisters in Christ. I love you too. Okay, so this is my real life, according to me, nonfiction. Everything that I say and express has truly happened to me. And so at this time, cuatro, we on episode cuatro, season 3, episode cuatro. Amen. Thank you. So, okay, so we're going to start. Whoop, whoop, I got the job. I got the job. Did you have any doubt? I know you didn't because now you know me. There's no doubt I got the job at Long Beach Community Hospital. And yes, they taught me and I got the instrument. No problem. So we moved into our apartment. Yes, I made it all happen. Well, actually, by the glory of God, it all happened. But okay, He used me and it all happened. So our apartment actually is a better apartment than we originally were trying to get. And this apartment is so close. Literally, I can walk to work if I have to. Me and Kenny only have one car. And okay, so all is good. I'm working, I'm thriving. Yes, he got the job at RTA. It's all good. So, okay, so as we go on, and life is life. And so I meet this guy named Cassius. His name is Cassius Banks. And okay, so Cassius is a tall, nice looking brother. I've never been the flirtatious type person. It's just not me. I've always just been me. And if I'm with someone, I don't know. And I think, no, I know all my friends will express that I just don't look or desire, or I'm with someone, okay. I should have my eyes open. Okay, neither here nor there. I'm kidding. Not, but yeah, I'm kidding. So he's a nice looking brother. Okay, so he has to be about 6'3", maybe like a very masculine, very handsome, very well put together, like in an Arsenio Hall. That's kind of his, but like not goofy, but okay, but not, but like that. But he does that if I give you a visual of him. We never flirted with each other. It wasn't anything like that. He worked at Long Beach Community longer than I have, and he was in the surgical tech department. So he was a surgical tech, that does all the instruments. Yes, I did talk myself into my job. But we would just run into each other. And so it was all good. And other things happened in the midst of this, but you got to get the book to get all the details. But anywho, so we're running into each other a lot. And mainly on the elevator, not almost, really like that show, Grey's Anatomy. We see each other on the elevators a lot because you have like staff elevators and whatever you're doing, and we will see each other. Okay, so as time goes on, and I mean, we're seeing each other a lot. So at this point, he knows I'm married. I know he's married. He has a ring on. I don't because a boy ain't got me a ring. Okay, so anywho, whatever. But he knows I'm married. I know he's married, and we share our faith in the midst of whatever. Okay, so then as time goes on, um, he's like invited me to church. He's newly involved into his church, and once things go on, you will see why he's expressing it the way. And he's like, yeah, and whoop de whoop. I was like, yes, I love to come. So I go home, tell my husband Kenny, like, oh yeah, I met this dude. Him and his wife, they go to this church, and Kenny has always known from the very beginning my faith. So we go on. He's like, yeah, So at this point, this is the first time I'm meeting his wife. This is the first time he's meeting Kenny, and we're meeting at Church of Christ. That's the name of the church. I know nothing about them, but okay, I know I'm saved. Okay. So we go to the church and everything's good. And then as he approached, okay, so Cassius is 6'3", kind of muscular, but not overdoing it. Look, a nice looking brother. And then his wife shows up, and this is the first time I'm seeing her. And she looks like, maybe, no offense, she looks like, oh gosh, maybe like, is that the Parkers, the mother, Monique, but not glamorous, but maybe Monique, but like 227, but trying to be that, because she was kind of thick, and she got it, but she's not displaying it, but she got it. But the dry hair, and okay, whatever, yeah, she go to church, but yeah, but she don't have confidence, but yeah, she could. Is there. Okay, so I see this, but then when I meet her, I'm like, oh, and my face was straight. I was like, oh, that's his wife. Okay, then, but I got Shorty. He probably shocked too, like, oh, she got a short. So he might just be as shocked as I'm shocked, but we never flirted, never nothing. Okay, so we at church. Hi, this is Kenny. What was his wife's name? Oh, I don't know, but let's say it was Dorothy. Let's say her name is Dorothy. So we all sit together at Church of Christ, and we sit there, and it's all good. It's a white man, a little short white man up there preaching, and you look around. It's a good mixture, but it's a lot of white folks, and yeah, everyone is kind of uniform. Okay, yeah, but they teaching Christ. Okay, yeah, as long as you teaching Christ, I can stay and get me there. And remember, I told you Primo's introduced, so I'm sure we probably would sit up there like, oh, we ready to go home. We probably been partying Friday, Saturday, but still we keep our commitments. If we give our word, we really show up. And at this point, yeah, he kind of doing Primo. I'm drinking. Yeah, I'm good. As long as I drinking on the way to church. As long as I got my energy and I'm good, and he gonna make me happy. He don't want to hear my mouth. No, it wasn't even that he don't want to hear my mouth. I truly believe that we loved each other. How we knew how to love each other then. And so he made it happen. I made it happen. We in church. Okay. So as things are going on, and then I'm like, okay, so that happened. So then time goes on, and then let's jump up to, okay, so at this point, me and Kenny, we're going to church regularly with them, more so me, and more so his wife, Cassius' wife, with Dorothy. And but they're there and blah blah blah. So maybe like 2 weeks or so in. I think it was about 2 weeks. It started coming out, no one believed me and Cassius was in, and it never was. And it was cool. It was copacetic. It was cool. And I don't think no one believed anything because it wasn't that vibe. But like about 2 weeks in, and then Cassius didn't show up for church. And then I see him at work. And then at this point, he's like, what he said, it ain't working. She too much in that church. And he's like, wait, you'll see. I was like, wait, I'll see what? You invited me to this church. He's like, yeah, but I was new and this is how this is kind, he's not saying it this directly, but it's kind of like, he's like, something wrong. They need too much. I don't know what he's saying. Okay. So I'm like, dang, but it's working for me, but him and the wife not working out. So he's like, I'm cool. I'm out. Bye. Still ain't flirting with me or nothing. Okay. So I'm still going to church. So now it's me and his wife. Kenny, he's showing up whenever, but he cool. He gonna keep me happy and it's all working out. So my birthday comes around. So my birthday is September 6th. And at this time, his wife gives me a blouse type knitted shirt. Yeah, something that I would like. And then so at this time, we're going on, and Cassius is no longer going to the church. But I'm always me. I'm a grown ass woman. Unless you paying my bills, unless you making sure everything's straight with me, I ain't got no reason to lie to you. So yeah, I like my drink. I like my alcohol. Yeah, I'm not very clear on what the Bible says about it, but at this point, I don't. I got a relationship with Christ. That lady on the bus, that older, I could speak. Okay. So I don't know it with this great confidence, but I know the truth. Okay, let's put it that way. So as time go on, like I said, my birthday came around, and Cassius' wife gave me this very nice shirt, very appropriate. It really let me know she knew my personality. It was kind of knit. It was all not kind of. It was knit. It was black, very nice. And I've always been a thick girl. Okay, so very nice. And she gave it to me for my birthday. And then at the same time, I'm involved in the church, and Kenny kind of then slide off a little bit, not as involved, but if I ask him to come, he'll come. But now we're coming to the point where I'm figuring them out. Remember what Cassius said, right? But old girl, his wife, she sold. She sold 100%. She sold. Okay, so good. So, it was, we got to say 2 weeks or so after my birthday. Remember, I got this shirt from old girl. So I'm consistently going to this church, and I'm meeting other couples. So they divide it up to where if you're a married couple, you go to this group. If you're single, you go to this group. If you're newly getting married, it's very subdivided. So at this point, it was this black girl, and it's not a lot of us black, but they make sure they lumped us black people. We were together, and it was a sprinkle of white folks, but I think her name was Rachel. I'm almost sure her name was Rachel, curly blonde hair, and she was a member, young little sparkly, and woo Miss Perfect, because she's white, and she's very bubbly, and I did like her. Don't get me wrong, I liked her. Our personalities really mesh, and she had the curly hair, but in the same sense, she was rules, and me, I'm like, okay, y'all hear your rules. I'm gonna do our best I can, but I'm gonna be me. But okay. But me and her got along. Okay, put that aside for a little bit. Okay, so I'm going to church, and Kenny kind of like, Cassius is not going anywhere anymore. And me and Cassius' wife, Dorothy, we're persistently going. Met this girl. She's about to get married. Actually, she's very close to getting married to a black guy. She's black, he's black, and getting married like within the week. I met them. We vibe. I like it, but they kind of gear it that way looking back. Okay, so they get married, all is good. I'm going to church. Kenny is like, And then but his birthday, okay, so my birthday is September 6th. His birthday is October 14th. So within that 3 week, come after his birthday, things change. So it's coming up to his birthday. So at this time, I don't know what Dorothy, remember this is Cassius' wife, what she's saying, but I'm still being me, but it's like she's like, "Oh, I bought you that gift and I haven't seen you wore it," and whatever, something she said, and I remember that. I'm like, sure. That's an invitation, be Kyia. Kind of is where I took it, but in the same sense, I'm trying to understand it. Okay. So remember, it's like a net little sweater. It's totally neat. I love it. It's kind of maybe kind of shaped like this, but just a little net thing. And then at this time, like I said, I've always been thick, so you can see straight through it, of course. So I put on like a not like a bathing suit because I always been too thick in the waist for like a bathing suit, but I can do a top and I can camouflage. Okay, anywho, you got the visual. So I put on these high rise kind of pants, and I've never been into fashion. My mother's always been into fashion, but I can look in the mirror and say, okay, this fits my body type. So I go to church. She been asking me about this damn shirt she bought me for my birthday. So I show up on Kenny's birthday looking cute. And then at this point, I was wearing braids. So I had my thick hair and I would always put these little braids. So I had these at this time. No, I ain't looking with those dookie braids. Dookie braids go. So I've always made my braids look like my natural hair. And they're long, and this is when you have to stretch the hair. My hair is thick. I dyed it dark black. And even though I wasn't gray, but just to have that solid tone, had my long braids. And I wore her shirt. She asked me a couple of times about this shirt. Showed up to church, and then so my husband, which was Kenny at the time, shows up because it's his birthday that weekend. I asked him to come. He do what I asked him to do. So we show up looking cute. Even though he's short, but can't he right there. He very handsome, and I'm being me, and we show up. This is, I promise you. Promise you. So this Church of Christ, you show up. So they would have it at like vineyards, like almost like a conference hall or something. And then it was a lot of white people. Okay, whatever, let's do it. So I come up and then you kind of have your same sections where you sit with the same. So okay, so I'm wearing your shirt. And we walk in, and as it kind of is, they kind of wait, but they don't, but you kind of know where you're going to sit. So I walk in, and me and Kenny ain't been there a couple of weeks, but he walk in looking just as good. And I got the see-through net thingy on, and I got the little bra, but I got the high waist pants on, but you can see through everything else. And at this time, okay, so do I love Mary? Do I have a tattoo? I'm not sure. No, I don't have a tattoo at this time, but you can see through it. Okay, anyhow. I walk in not thinking anything, and I see everyone's face like, God damn. And then so I'm looking at Kenny looking at me. We still buzzed from the night before because you know we've been out the night before doing whatever, okay, but we living our life, but you don't need to know all our business. And we looking, he looking, I know he look cute and I look good, and but we ain't thinking why we got this response. So at this time, my walk got a little bit better. I'm like, well, what the hell? So we sit down, service is about to start, white guy at the podium. Yeah, he was, don't get me wrong. He was a nice teacher, not what I'm used to as far as with the preaching. I do like the preaching, but I want to understand like the teaching and what am I supposed to be getting out the word right now. So it's like he went way far this way with the teaching, and then my preaching went way this far with the hoopling and hollering. But I'm trying to figure out the balance. But I'd rather have this preaching, because this teaching over here, okay. But I am learning. So I'm going to stay here and then let's figure this out. Okay. So service is over. We walk to the back. And then this is Dorothy, Cassius' wife. Remember, but they're going through a divorce right now. And Cassius is no longer going to the church. And she's like, wow, that's the shirt I bought you, huh? I was like, yeah. You kept telling me to wear the shirts up. She's like, well, yeah, I didn't mean for you to wear it like that. She said something like that. I was like, oh, so how was I supposed to wear it? Something like that, but she kind of told me, she's like, oh no, you look nice. I was like, okay. And she's like, oh, you wore that to church. Yeah. So at this time, Kenny kind of looked at me. He thinking I'm looking cute. It's not like see-through but I mean, it's cute. I think it's appropriate. I mean, in a sense, like, this is your hang up. This is your judgment. This is you. It's not to a point to where you seeing nipples or you seeing really boobs. And I got the little, what? This your, yeah, okay. Anywho, okay. Okay, so now Kenny, he don't say nothing. But he get the vibe, because this is really, I really love Kenny. Even though he didn't have a lot of words, but he was very, I could tell, very supportive. And he got it, but he didn't have the words to support it, but his actions always showed that he's there with me. And then in the moments that he maybe didn't agree or understand, his actions still showed that he was there. In our 20, early 30s, me and Kenny didn't get, I think I was 30. I don't know. We'll get there. But that's why I loved him so much. And hated him at the same. No, I can't even say hated him. I really didn't. I really, really, that was the one and only so far true love in my life. Absolutely. And I say that, and he doesn't believe it. Okay, we're at 22 minutes, and we're not going to get into like the cocaine and then the rest of Cassius thing, but we will pick up in episode 5 right there. But I do want to express that even at this point in my life, and yes, I'm going through a divorce right now, and I'm in my second marriage, and the father of my kids is my husband now, where I'm going through a divorce. I've always told my husband, right now, I don't love him. He's very aware of this. He tries to love me. He tells me he loves me, but he doesn't know how to express love. I truly do believe he loves me and he wants to love me, but he doesn't know how, because he's not going within himself and figuring himself out first. But he's trying to jump to and just give me what I need, but he can't. Because he needs to figure out, yes, he's 52. He needs to figure out his thing. And for all these years, he is the father of my kids. Yes, he's Mr. Number One way back from season 1, episode 1 or 2, I believe. But he won't take the time to grow, to understand, and try to get to the point. But he's trying to tell me he loves me. Okay, so I say all of this to say this. I say all of that to say this. Men, you will get a woman, and I truly believe this, and yes, they say that women cheat or whatever, but I know for a fact, I'm going to speak for me and my generation and how I perceive things and how I understand women. When we love you and we dedicate ourselves to you and we tell you we want this commitment, we are giving our all. And then let's jump up to the crazy one where they say, well, oh God, she's a nag and she's crazy. But all before that, she's giving you her all, and she's trying wherever she's at that moment. There was something there that attracted you to her in that moment in her life. So she's doing the best she can at that moment. Okay, so she's giving it to you, but I promise you, if you would give her your all too, and we're only human and go through those trials, but if you will really be your word and she's her word, I truly see it prospering and going on, because that woman, no matter where she is or where we at, I truly believe we give you who we are. We innately, that is us. We love, we endure, we cherish. We want that intimacy. We want that relationship. And then as I'm sharing everything that I'm going through in my life, I'm sharing that my authentic self of love, of wanting to be loved, of let's do this and let's be that for each other, what we're expressing to each other, because I'm telling you how I feel and I'm trusting you that you're telling me how you feel. So I know I'm giving the truth and I'm believing and hoping you're giving me the truth. Okay, so let's go through this. And if this isn't for you, keep it real. Okay, so all of that aside, so even in the same sense, and what it boils down to, what I'm trying to say is, once you find a woman and she loves you, and I mean a woman, I don't mean a kid and blah, blah, blah. And yes, you're going to find a woman at a different place of her life, and she's going to find a guy at a different place of his life. But once you truly, and if you're expressing that you love her and she says she loves you, and if you would take that genuinely chance on her and to love her and to keep her words, and I'm talking about real women, and when we love, when I love, what my understanding of love is, it's not to be played with. So we had 27 minutes. We're going to pull this all around. I was listening to Big Boy on the station the other day, and they were talking about, yeah, I switched it up just like that. They were talking about, are black women crazy or too much? You know what? They probably didn't say black women. I had to put that on there. I had to make it a little bit more dramatic, but I took it as black women, but maybe they didn't. I'm sure they could pull up the videos just a week ago. But anywho, why women are so crazy in response to what men do to them, or is it that women are crazy, something like that. Okay, so it came to, 27 minutes. So it came to a point where callers were calling in, and then a couple of women was like, no, we're not crazy. The men make us crazy because they lie and they do this and they do that. And she's giving her point, which I understand. Yeah, why are you lying? And what's up with this bullshit or whatever? Why aren't you just saying what's true? Shit, I'm trying to be what's true, but okay, you playing these games, I'm gonna play these games, but now you're gonna take me there. Okay, if we're gonna go there, then hell yeah, I'm strong. Okay, then whoop de whoop de whoop de whoop. So then Big Boy kind of comes in, and Big Boy, I'm not speaking for you. I don't know exactly what you said at that time, but it was kind of like in the aspect of, was that already in her, or did she react like that because of what he did, but was she already cuckoo? Okay, we can go to both ways with this. It gets 28 minutes, and I'm gonna go. This is just my opinion and what I thought about as I dropped off my daughter at school, and I'm driving on the way home, and this is the conversation on Power Big Boys channel. Okay, so this is what I was thinking. We got two scenarios. The first one is, okay, I'm going to put myself in the first one. The first one is, okay, yes, I'm giving you me. I'm being honest. I'm that woman. I want to love you. You're telling me this stuff. I'm trusting you. I'm believing you because I'm giving you my true self, my true side. Okay, we're being honest, and then we're going on, and you're still showing me interest. I'm showing you interest. Whoop, 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 whoop. Bam. You look okay. You're not sure. Okay, you might be. But anywho, good. Okay, so now scenario number B. Okay, I'm going to still be me. Okay, so now we over here. And then so we get Mr. So-and-so, and then he comes at me, yes, I love you, and I want to be with you. And I'm still being me, and I'm telling you, yeah, I love you, and you seem like a great character. And then he's telling me all these things. And then as time is going on, wait, hold up. You said A to the B to the C. I'm getting D to the F to the XYZ. Wait, that ain't what you said. And then it's like, okay, well, baby, I'm sorry, I messed up. Okay. We're going to continue on with scenario number B. So I'm still being me, and I'm like, yeah, okay, it's 30 minutes. I'm about to wrap it up. And then it's like, we're at the XYZ, then we coming around. He's still lying. Wait, hold up. That ain't what you told me. So yes, I'm going to go here. I'm giving you what I told you and blah, 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 blah. Okay, we're at 30 minutes. I just kind of want to wrap up the last 3 minutes. You get what I'm saying, right? We ain't crazy. We ain't born crazy. Maybe some of us are, and the ones that are born crazy, that's when you end up maybe or I don't know, because I ain't that crazy, boy. Okay, so you got the ones that's normal like me, maybe, hopefully. But you got the ones that's already crazy. Then you take them to that limit, and then that's how we get fatal attraction in for my man. I'm just saying. Okay. To episode 5. Come back. My real life, according to me. Just Kyia. And I haven't said it in a while. The Juss, Juss, is J is for Jesus. The USS is for us. And our relationship with Jesus. That's all dramatic, right? Loving it, loving you. Let's, cousin, what is it? Cousin Tish. Oh, and Tish, my number one fan, cousin, mentor. I love you, girl. Tish, what do we say? Let's inspire, encourage, and challenge each other. Love you guys. Love you, Tish. Talk to you later. Episode 5. Yes. Back dramatic. Love you. And girl, I'll never give this up. I get encouraged from you.